Hello and good afternoon, guys. So in this video tonight, we are back at HHN for our last visit of the season, which I am super sad about, but I am excited to be here to share the festivities with you guys once again. So the purpose of tonight's video is actually going to be my top things that I suggest doing and making sure you have prepared ahead of time so that your night at Halloween Horror Nights goes as smooth as possible and you're able to maximize your night and get the most enjoyment out of it. So come along with us on this adventure tonight to have a little bit of fun, but also to hear some of my suggestions on how to make your night a little bit easier. So with that said, this is your official invite to tag along. So let's go. Alright guys, so actually my very first suggestion for you is going to be this. We are still standing here at the front entrance of the park. If you guys are seriously considering about coming to Halloween Horror Nights, make sure that you already have your tickets purchased ahead of time, because oftentimes the event nights do sell out. So if you are waiting to purchase your tickets and you decide that you want to purchase them when you get here and you enter, the front entrance of the park where guest services is at, don't be surprised if that night that you're hoping to be able to come to the event is sold out. So that is my first suggestion for you guys. Make sure that you check online at universalorlando.com and you can purchase individual night tickets there. You can also purchase multi-night tickets, which are basically your frequent fear passes. You want to definitely make sure that you have your ticket secured ahead of time. The other thing I do suggest having secured ahead of time is if you guys want to be able to do express pass, and I will get into that a little bit more as well. This allows you to be able to skip the line to each of the haunted houses as well as the rides that are operating for the evening. So I do suggest also having that ahead of time as well, but that is also something, if you are here, you are able to actually purchase them if it's not sold out inside the park. And I'll kind of show you guys where you can do that, because when my daughter and I were here on the 13th, that's actually what we did, because I wasn't able to purchase mine ahead of time, unfortunately. But if you are able to, I definitely highly recommend Express, because it will definitely help you maximize and make the most of your night while you're here and allow you to use your time wisely. The other thing that's an option as well is the RIP tour, and I will tell you guys that is super expensive. They are not cheap, but basically when you do the RIP tour, it is basically like VIP front of the line access, not for the rides, but for the houses. So if the Express isn't enough of a quick entry for you, you can definitely look into that RIP tour. Alright guys, so I just showed you right before we entered the turnstile to come into the park, I showed you right off from guest services where they have an area for you to be able to purchase Express Pass, and then also right after you enter the turnstiles into the park, I just showed you that little kiosk right there. Now I will tell you, I did stop at the one outside of the gate, and this is the reason, to reiterate what I just told you at the front gate, why you should make sure that your Halloween Horror Nights tickets are purchased ahead of time along with your Express Pass, because every single night of the event there is no guarantee that there will be any Express left. As of right now, if I'm recalling correctly, when I stopped there, the Unlimited Express is to about $202, and that does not include tax. And then the other Express Pass, that's the 11 to 2, that one I believe she said runs about $90. Again, that doesn't include tax. The single entry is already sold out for tonight's date. Now keep in mind, there is a limited amount. They may not be available, and they also may not have all of the options available on the different event nights. As far as I know, the Unlimited and the 11 to 2 one is only an in-park thing. So again guys, when you're here, just make sure that you please stop, check, ask, because it can't hurt to ask. You'll be able to find out the pricing and possibly, what works best for you for the evening. Again, I do highly recommend utilizing an Express Pass, even if it's just a single entry, because again, it will help you maximize and make your night more efficient. So we're gonna continue on into the park, and I'm gonna give you guys some more suggestions as we go along here to, again, make your night much more smooth. right guys, so my next crucial tip for you guys is this. This is a Coca-Cola Freestyle cup. Now this was from last year's Halloween Horror Nights. It does not have to be a specific themed cup. It just has to be a Coca-Cola Freestyle cup. So you can purchase these here, and the more that you do purchase, the cheaper they do get. But I do highly recommend this because when you do purchase one of these cups, do not dispose of it and get rid of it. Anytime you come back and visit the parks, you can reactivate it for, I believe, $10.99, and it will give you unlimited refills throughout the evening. But if you don't want to spend that additional amount of money, just make sure that you do have a regular water bottle with you, so you can stop at the Coca-Cola Freestyle machine and fill up with water, because water is free no matter what cup you have. So that is my next tip for you. Definitely, so that you are hydrated throughout the evening and you're not spending a ton of money on buying bottled drinks, go ahead and invest in getting a cup or bring your cup with you. Okay guys, so my next tip to tie into the Coca-Cola Freestyle cups I was just telling you guys about, if you are here for Stay and Scream, you want to make sure, if you are getting in that specific line, that you have plenty of snacks and your cups filled and ready to go, because you will be waiting in that line more than likely for more than an hour, a little more than an hour. I will tell you that. It is definitely quite a long wait, so make sure you go to the bathroom. Also, this may seem like an obvious one too, but dress comfortable, because the weather is still in Florida at this point in time. It's not hot, but it's not cool. So keep that in mind. Make sure you've got your comfortable walking shoes on and comfortable clothes and all that good stuff, so that while you're waiting in line, you know, you have your snacks, you have your drinks, and you're good to go. So speaking of that, because we did activate the cup, it has gone up a bit. So it did come to $11.49 with tax, and that was including my annual pass holder discount. So it is about, I believe she said, $12 roughly for the refill if you want to reactivate your cup. But again guys, even if you just reactivate one cup and you bring the other ones with you just for water, you still have one cup that you can use to have the beverage of your choice throughout the evening. And again, you can refill water as much as you want. So that is my next hot tip for you. So now let's let that segue into talking about the Stay and Scream areas, which I will get into with you right now. Alright guys, so circling back to what we were talking about getting your snacks and your drinks ready while you're standing in your Stay and Scream area. Basically what that means is, it's basically a holding area, and there are 3 different zones, and I did show you those. So the first one is basically Louis' Italian restaurant, but it's actually more likely that you're going to be waiting on the other side of the Transformers building, especially as the rest of the crowd starts to come in that has either the Scream Early ticket in addition to their regular day park ticket, or their multi-day ticket, or if you have an annual pass, you can get in the park early like we did to be able to do the Stay and Scream. So if you guys don't have any of those particular tickets or a pass and you want to be able to get in just a little bit early, I suggest, if you can swing it, going ahead and making use of that. It will gain you entry to the park at 3 p.m. to 5. But I do suggest this, because the park closes at 5, make sure you are in the gates. And also, if you're gonna spend the like 40 some bucks that it costs for that Scream Early ticket, definitely make sure that you make ample use of it and not waste your money. So if you want to be able to get in early, get to your Stay and Scream location to get situated. So to go over those locations, basically the one by Louis' Italian restaurant, there's going to be 3 different lanes. So one of them will be for Stranger Things, which is at the front of the park, along with Dueling Dragons and The Exorcist. So those are all at the front of the park, along with Blood Moon Dark Offerings and Yeti Campground Kills. But basically, when you pick which lane you want to go into, that will kind of like lead you around into that holding area that will be for your first house of the evening. So kind of tying back into when I was talking to you guys about Express Pass, the great thing about that is if you're already in line for your Stay and Scream area, you're already ahead of the game, because you'll be able to go through the house. More than likely, any houses nearby will still have a low wait time. So when you get out of that first house, you can certainly hit up the other houses. Typically, I recommend if it's at a 30 or under minute wait, definitely go for it for that, you know, just staying in line, the regular line. So circling back to if you have the single entry or the one-time use Express Pass, That one, like I said, you want to make sure if you're already here, you're going through all the houses that you possibly can, and then when that gate opens at 7 o'clock to let the rest of the crowd in and those wait times really start to get up there, that is the time for you to go get a snack or something to eat, to enjoy. And then as the night goes on, make use of that single entry express. But of course, again guys, if you have the unlimited, go for it. You can go through as many times as you want. And I did talk about that a little bit in my last video. Now, the second place I showed you, which was Ricker's Burgers, that is gonna be a beeline for the Chucky house. So if you're a Chucky fan, you'll wanna get in that line. And then the last location that I showed you guys is that Central Park area, which basically takes you through Simpsons Land, and that'll take you to the very back of the park for The Last of Us or Monsters, Universal Monsters Unmasked. So that brings me to another point. If this is your first time coming here, and you guys are not sure where you want to start, I have to tell you it's a bit of a hard choice this year because we have two major IPs, and the caveat to that is they're at the opposite end of the park. So Stranger Things is at the front and The Last of Us is at the back. So I suggest pick the one that you really, really want to see the most first and go ahead and get in that line, because you guys got to keep in mind, a lot of these houses are backstage and sound stages and tents that they have. So you're gonna be doing a lot of walking throughout the evening, a lot of trek in the back. Like, it is a long walk. So just keep that in mind, because the houses are not in the main areas of the park. So I know that was a little bit long explanation, but I wanted to just bring that to you guys' attention. So if you're here, like I said, make sure you're going through and deciding specifically where you want to start first, what is most important to you, to go ahead and knock those houses out, get them out of the way, and then, like I said, you can go ahead and enjoy some food, some snacks, check out some of the scare zones, and then continue on to your next house. Okay, so here we go through Jungle of Doom. Oh, good lordy. Oh, the fog. So this is another very narrow section in through here, guys. Oh my lord. Literally, I cannot see anything. Oh my god. Oh, I remember this guy. This guy looks similar to last year. Oh, there he goes. There's Dr. Oddfellow speaking. Oh, here we go again, guys. More fog. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So speaking of Halloween Horror Nights, guys, it would not be complete without the food. Halloween Horror Nights has a lot of amazing food here, so definitely that's another thing I suggest when you get here. Go to the different food booths, read the menus, and check it out. You can even check it out online as well. Oh, I can hear Dr. Oddfellow. So that's another thing. Definitely take the time to enjoy some of the food here, because it is absolutely amazing. I've already enjoyed Surfer Boy Pizza. We enjoyed the Last of Us booths. Those were absolutely delicious. We also tried a sandwich over at the Stellar Bar, which was amazing. So again, guys, the food here during Halloween Horror Nights, the booths that you see is offered only during that time. So definitely take the time to enjoy it. Mel's Die-In, unfortunately, is not open this particular season because it is going under refurbishment. So in my last visit here, I did take some footage of across the way. There's like a covering, and that's where they do serve the food this year for Mel's Die-In. So that's where they have that peanut butter burger. So I think we might try that tonight. I'm not 100% sure, but just keep in mind, you probably won't be able to try everything, especially if you're traveling all by yourself, but definitely pick out the things that sound the most, delicious to you. Definitely give them a try, and that is just like part of the fun, because Halloween Horror Nights is amazing and the food is that much more amazing. So yeah. Alrighty guys, so here is that dark Zodiac scare zone with it still being daylight outside, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of people in the park right now, but we still have a good 20-ish or so minutes before the regularly ticketed guests come through the gate at 7. So and there she is across the way over there. We've seen her before. I showed her in my last video. I believe it was already dark out, but there she is right there. Doesn't look like all the characters are out in the zone right now, but I'm sure as the night goes on they will be. So let's go take a look at the Scorpion Lady. We saw her before too. Oh, there she is right there. Getting pictures taken. See if the head will come up out of the cylinder there. I don't know. But here we go. Oh my. Hello. Oh, this is cool, guys. There's a trunk over there with all kinds of stuff in it. Oh my. Oh, these two. Oh boy. This is pretty cool. I didn't see this open before. This is neat. Wow. This is awesome. So just little things like this, guys. Sometimes you'll see this stuff certain nights, maybe other times you won't. Maybe I just completely missed it, but I'm pretty sure it was not open last time. So cool, and I love it. Look, there's a lion. So during the day, these are obviously closed, but holy cow. Dang, that's awesome. Other thing too, guys, when I had mentioned to you about the RIP tours, here's an example of it right here. You see the tour guide with their light stick and a group of people, and that is essentially the RIP tour, where it gets you to the front of the line, VIP access. More fog. Dr. Oddfellow will be up here later, I promise you. I did not see these guys last time. We got some vampires over here too. Holy cow. This is awesome. Wow. You just never know. That's why I suggest multi-night tickets. All right, and then across the way here, guys, look at this. So, of course, Men in Black is over here, but I just wanted to show you because it is raining. It has been raining on and off all night long. So that is going to segue into my next must-do suggestion for you guys. And I know it'll probably seem obvious, but if you guys are coming to Halloween Horror Nights, absolutely 100% make sure you have ponchos and umbrellas, because the rain is unpredictable and you'll have nights like this where it has literally been on and off all night. The other thing that's truly important to bring with you is have some basic essentials. So for example, bring Motrin and Tylenol for pain. You know, if your feet are hurting, back hurting, headache, whatever, definitely go ahead. The other thing that we like to bring with us, and this is any park day, but of course if you're here at night, it stands for that too. So I always bring eye drops with me. I have those little lens eye wipes to wipe my glasses off with or my camera off with. Ladies, any feminine products, anybody doesn't want to hear that, they can plug their ears, but you know, things like that. Bring that stuff with you because it's truly, truly essential to have, and it'll help make your night a little bit easier, especially if you start to not feel too well. You know, of course, if anything really major is going on, go to the first aid that they have. But also, you know, I like to keep Band-Aids, Neosporin, you know, things like that. So that's another, like I said, it might be obvious suggestion, but it is very, very helpful. So right now we are actually going to head to Diagon Ally, and we are hoping to catch the Death Eaters because it's still really early in the night, so we should be able to see them. So I'm super excited. All right, into Diagon Ally we go, guys. The green and the fog indicates the Death Eaters are about. So let's go see. Here we go. This is so exciting. This is a first time ever for us here at Universal Studios Orlando. Oh, yep, there they are. Oh, boy. Oh. There they go. Oh, here we are, guys. This is so exciting to see. There he goes. Oh. Okay, that was quick. He said bye. Okay, bye. Here they come. Oh, buddy, they're on a mission. I don't think they like me. They keep walking away from me. Oh, we have someone over here. Yeah, I don't think they like me. Okay. Oh, and here we go again. Wow. Okay, we are gonna head out of Diagon Ally and head back into the thick of it, if you will. Hopefully I was able to get enough good footage for you guys. They did some really cool like spells with the crowd and the interacting and everything like that. So it was truly, truly awesome. So again, guys, if you're here, definitely see this. This is the first time we've ever had them here on the East Coast. I really hope they bring it back next year because it is super fun. It is amazing. And I actually see somebody over here. Oh, there he is right there. Oh dear. How do we feel about that? I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's cool, but like... No?
It was great. Acting, for sure. Intimidating, though.
Very intimidating. Very. He was looking at he was piercing my soul. Just too cool, guys. That's all I have to say. Just too stinking cool. Alright guys, that totally wraps it up for us for Halloween Horror Nights 2023. This was our last visit of the season, my third, my daughter's second. And I have to tell you, even though our night got off to a rough start, we had a really great time. I sincerely hope that some of the tips and tricks that I shared with you guys is useful to you, can help you a little bit. Also, some other things I did forget to mention when I was talking about carrying some essentials with you. Don't forget like bug repellent, because it is buggy here in Florida, especially when it rains and it's muggy. So remember that too. But yeah, we had a great time. We enjoyed. And last but definitely not least, guys, have fun. Enjoy the event. Take it all in. Enjoy it. Find the things that you like and that you don't like, and find what works for you. And that's just something that comes with time. I will tell you that this season, I couldn't believe how many houses I was actually anticipating going through versus last season. Last season there was only a couple houses, so that does vary for me from season to season, and you might be the same. So again, like I said earlier, just prioritize your night according to what's most important to you. Also, don't forget to download the Universal Orlando app on your phone to keep track of wait times, but also, if you're somebody like me who has occasionally forgotten their backup battery, get a paper park map too. Don't forget that. One other thing I did want to suggest to you guys as well, to really understand the entire storyline behind HHN, this is not sponsored in any way, but it is something I enjoy. Go to any of your podcast apps, if you will, and check out the Discover Universal podcast. And if I'm able, I'll try to link it down below for you guys, because it will give you a really good backstory on Dr. Oddfellow, and he is, he ties into all the scare zones this year. It's all centered around him, so you will learn his backstory, how he's tied to Jack the Clown, and all that good stuff. So I highly encourage you guys, if you're getting ready for the event, that's another fun thing you can do, to do that. And also, one more thing, if you guys are still a little bit on the fence and apprehensive about this event, definitely check into the Unmasking the Horror Tour, which is a daytime tour with a guide into the houses, and you can choose either 3 or 6 houses that you want to go through. You don't get to pick which houses they are, your tour guide will, but you can pick how many you want to go through during the day. No characters are in there, nothing's going to pop out at you. So if that'll help you feel just a little more comfortable, if you're still kind of on the fence about possibly doing this event. But either way, guys, we had a really great time. We enjoyed ourselves a bunch. I, again, am so glad I got to share it with you. We thank you so much for everything. We love you. Thank you for joining along. Have a great night. Don't forget to spread love and kindness. We'll see you in the fall.